All right, everybody, I'm Logan Alec. I'm a CPA, and this is my update for Saturday, February 13th. Not a whole lot of news on the stimulus front. A study came out yesterday indicating that the $1,400 stimulus checks would allow 22.6 million Americans to pay their bills for at least 4.5 months. Underlying the importance of these stimulus checks, I'll leave a link to the study in the description below if you are interested in checking that out. Obviously, the big news in D.C. today is that the former president, Donald Trump, was acquitted today by the Senate. No surprises there. Final vote was 57 to 43, obviously falling short of the 2/3 majority, 67 votes required to convict. All 48 Democrats and 2 independents voted to convict. They are joined by 7 Republican senators: Bill Cassidy, Richard Burr, Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Ben Sasse, and Pat Toomey. We heard some more kind of interesting reports leading up to the vote of the events on January 6th, but apparently they didn't have any sway on too many Senate Republicans. The report centered around a phone call Trump supposedly had with top House Republican Kevin McCarthy during the attack on the Capitol, where McCarthy wanted Trump to tell the attackers to go home. Trump told McCarthy that those people were Antifa. And then McCarthy obviously pushed back on that. And then Trump supposedly says something to the effect of, well, Kevin, I guess these people are more upset about the election than you are. There were also reports that Trump knew that former Vice President Mike Pence was being targeted and still refused to act. And this new information led the impeachment team to push for witnesses. Jamie Raskin, the lead impeachment manager, said this is an additional critical piece of corroborating evidence, further confirming the changes before you, as well as the president's willful dereliction of duty. For that reason, and because this is the proper time to do so under the Senate impeachment rules, is what she's referring to, we would like the opportunity to subpoena Congresswoman Herrera regarding her communications with Kevin McCarthy and to subpoena her contemporaneous notes. Congresswoman Herrera Butler was just one of 10 Republicans in the House to vote for Trump's impeachment. She issued a statement last night confirming some of the details of these reports and calling on others who were around Trump and Pence at the time to publicize any information they might have. But the trial took an unexpected turn when Democrats agreed to simply enter Congresswoman Herrera Butler's statement into the record without calling her as a witness, right? So they voted to allow witnesses. Everything looked like it was trending in that direction. And then they canceled that plan at the last minute and then moved on to closing arguments to wrap up the trial. And then obviously the Senate voted today and Trump was acquitted. So this whole impeachment ordeal ended today very predictably. In terms of COVID-19, news also broke yesterday that Moderna received approval from the FDA to put 14 doses in each vial rather than 10. So it's still the same vial. They just want to load more of the vaccine into each shipment. Moderna's vaccine makes up around half of all the doses that are going out. So as long as there aren't any issues, a 40% increase in their delivery is going to bump up our overall distribution by something like 20%. Now, that's not going to happen overnight. Moderna issued a statement saying that it could take 2 or 3 months to adjust the dosage, but it's still a good sign in terms of our long-term vaccine outlook. On the other hand, the entire vial has to be used within 6 hours of opening, so we'll need to distribute those doses much more efficiently if we want to take advantage of the extra supply. Vaccination is obviously a slow process, but we're trending in the right direction at least. You can see here the average number of doses per day has generally been increasing since the end of last year. Keep in mind that around 70 to 90% of the population needs to develop resistance to the virus in order to reach the point where herd immunity starts to minimize transmission. And at our current pace, that could take us until the end of summer, if not longer, depending on how the vaccine distribution goes. So this is good news. As I said, we're moving in the right direction, but we still have a lot of vaccinations ahead of us in 2021. So that's basically I have for today. I mean, other than the impeachment, obviously, a bit of a slow news day. Otherwise, the House will move toward a floor vote on the COVID relief package in the next 2 weeks, right? Now that impeachment is over, the Senate will be ready to pivot to their role in passing the stimulus bill. And as I mentioned yesterday, there have been reports that Senate Democrats may seek to bypass the committee process in the Senate entirely and put the relief bill to a vote as soon as possible. I'll obviously be here every day with the latest developments as they come closer to passing this. So stay tuned for more updates, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.